Hello my stars, Magimotion here, and today we're going to be doing the 14th episode of my Minecraft 1.14.4 survival series. So, if we just continue where we left off in the game, which is in our vanilla survival 2 world, we can obviously log into the game. Okay, so last time in the previous episode, we were building some more stuff in our house. More notably, the stuff upstairs. So, if I go upstairs just for a second, I can show you what I mean. So as I had on upstairs, we basically put all the windows and glass into the house, so now we've actually got a nice bedroom here. We also decorated the bedroom with some furniture. We've got sort of a desk area here. We have just sort of a, a bit of a table and chair to sit down, maybe a cup of tea in the bedroom, maybe, I don't really know. But, it's just something there so people can sit down and read a book or whatever. Anyway, over here, this is the bathroom, so we've also got a nice large bath and a button that doesn't do anything at the moment, but we never know, we could hook it up to some sort of redstone contraption, and we could get there some water fall down, flow into the bathtub, so that'd be pretty cool. This, I think that was the sink, but I might need to put a cauldron down. Was this the toilet? I can't remember which one was which now. One was the toilet, one was the sink, but I'm not entirely sure. Anyways, we could obviously think about that. Why did I randomly jump? I don't know. Anyway, this is the shower. So this is basically where you go into the shower. This is like the doorway. This is not the doorway, this is just like a window part of the shower. Apparently, it doesn't reach the bottom of this slab area here, so, this window's a bit too short. But anyways, it doesn't matter. It's just basically for show. That's the main thing we're trying to do here. Anyway, so now we've done all that. That's pretty good. We've now got a nice bedroom and a nice bathroom. So presumably the next sort of thing we need to do is work on other parts of the house. Now, if I just take a step outside for a bit, we'll probably notice that we've obviously got all the windows now around the entire house. We did that in the previous episode. We did all the windows and glass all over the place now. So we've got windows at the front. We should have windows on both sides, which we do, and we probably have it around the back as well. So if I take a swift walk over to the back of this house, you'll probably notice there are some windows, which there probably wasn't before, or at least very few windows. Anyway, so now that's been done, we've basically done everything on the house above the surface ground. So everything above the floor, above the actual earth here, we have done. We've done all the sort of bedrooms and bathrooms. We've also done the main reception area as you walk into the house. Not sure why I brought my inventory up. I just keep pressing random buttons today. But anyways, and we also done the upstairs and downstairs staircase parts of the house as well. But the next thing we would like to do is probably the basement, because I can tell you one thing, the basement, we built this here. Okay, so we built this sort of downstairs part here. But we probably need to build something around here, make it look like a proper basement. Also, like the walls and everything for the basement, what are we going to do about that? I mean, something that might appear quite nice is quartz, but unfortunately quartz is going to be a way off before we can even get it. I mean, you can only get quartz in the nether as far as I know. But yeah, I think we're probably going to have to use a different material to quartz. Why don't we use diorite, like polished diorite down there, because it would look quite sort of basement-like. And also diorite is quite nice and white anyway, so it would be very similar to quartz. I think that would probably be a good idea if we make the walls and floor into diorite. In which case, I think we'd have to look into the chest down here in order to find such things. Apparently we haven't got any diorite, which is awful. I was expecting to have at least one piece of diorite by now. I mean, this sign says diorite, so we should have it, but we don't. I mean, we just got like polished andesite, gravel, which I thought was andesite for a second, but when I hover over it says gravel, so that's gravel. granite, cobblestone, like 3 pieces of cobblestone, and like the rest is dirt. So we don't have any diorite as such, which is really annoying because I thought we'd have at least a piece of hang on a moment. A piece of diorite. There we go. We've got a piece of diorite now. We can now start building the basement. Okay, fine. Also, could I sort out my pickaxes? Oh, they're over there. Okay, fine. I mean, I was gonna say, like, I only had like one iron pickaxe. I tell you what, I need to have all these over here because I always use pickaxes to the right-hand side. Anyway, I mean, usually I do. Maybe like in the rest of like, you know, the early parts of this series, maybe I used it at the left or something. But I usually, I mean, maybe I haven't used it in this series, but mainly, usually I use it, you know, all my pickaxes on the right hand side. So I'm not entirely sure why they're on the left, but anyways, I digress. Let's move on. Also, my inventory is extremely messy right now. I'm not sure why we got these 24 apples, 2 eggs, some bread and cooked pork chops over there, and yeah, we just need to sort things out. So one thing we need to do is obviously think about what kind of materials I need to use for the basement, because unlike what you might think, the basement is not going to use a lot of wood. Because if we're going to make things into diorite walls and flooring, we're not going to need a lot of wood. So let's get rid of all my wood, or at least most of it, because I think we still need some for like making tools or bits and bobs that require wood, but most of it we probably don't even need. Anyway, what was the wood chest? Well, where was the wood chest is a better question. I think it was not that one. I think it was probably this one. I mean, this has got stripped oak logs, so that's type of wood, isn't it? That's got birch planks as well, so this has got to be the wood chest. How much wood does a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Anyway, I'm going to put that there. I'm going to put that there. I'm also going to put some of these oak fences together, which they can't go together because they're not fences. Okay, fine. Glass can. I don't need glass right now. I mean, I'm not making any windows underground because there's no point. I mean, what are you going to see? The other side of the wall? Yeah, there's no point. Okay. Iron ore. I got this iron. Why did I just smelt it? That's a good idea. Let's do that. Okay. Okay, I've got some glass in here. Apparently, somehow I was using glass the other day. I think I did, actually. I think I remember now. I had to get some glass for the windows in the previous episode, right? And I left all that glass in the furnace and didn't even realise. And I had to go out and about scouting for some sand by a beach when I didn't even realise I had some in the furnace already that I just had to, you know, smelt or whatever. So, where's my coal? It's a very good question, because usually, if you're someone like me, I would definitely need some coal on me. I think perhaps I used it in the furnace. I think I just dumped the whole lot of my coal in the furnace. I didn't even do anything about it. Let's just get rid of this sand. We're going to have to wait for that sand to cook, to be honest. But while that's cooking, we'll start obviously sorting out an inventory. We've got cobblestone. We can probably use that somewhere. I think I'll keep the cobblestone there. We don't... Well, we might need the signs, but I doubt it. Well, I might keep a couple. Okay, I'll keep a couple of signs, or maybe just 3, because that's how many I've got in my inventory right now. I just need to sort out these pieces of oak, because I realised I've got a full stack of oak, and really I should just keep that in there. I'll have to sort out this iron ore, of course. Everybody knows that one. The dirt, I've got 2 stacks of dirt. It can be good for like hand material, so I'll keep that anyway. Secondly, I've got this glass, so stick it all together there. Diorite I need. I definitely need the stone shovel because I'm going to be digging up all the stuff from underground. Keep the oak signs. Don't particularly need these eggs, so I can stick those in the food chest. I'm not going to be making any secret egg, like pumpkin pies or anything that requires eggs, like cakes or whatever. I'm not going to make any secret cakes underground. I don't need the eggs, so I'll just stick them in the chest. Okay, sticks. Definitely need sticks for making tools. I don't really need the slabs. I can get rid of the slabs. They can go in the chest full of wood, apparently, or full of random things. I don't really know what to name this chest at the moment, but this chest is filling up fast as well, so apparently we're going to have to sort that out as well. Apples, cooked mutton, cooked pork chop, and bread. Do I really need all this food? I mean, how often am I eating food? I have no idea. We're just hardly eating anything right now on this game. It's really weird. And it's also dark outside. It doesn't matter. I'll close the door anyway, but still. I can actually see that tower over there in the distance being lit up slightly. It's probably got some torches around it. That's how far my render distance is, isn't it? Oh my gosh. Okay. Scrolling down. Down the ladder, I mean, whatever I'm saying. Too often do I have to scroll down the pages to read the small print, I guess. That's probably why I said scrolling down. Anyway. Okay, what am I doing? I came down here for a reason, though, because somebody forgot. Oh, yes. I was going to put away the rotten flesh. That's what it was. Okay. There we go. And torches. Keep the torches. They're very useful, especially underground. As we probably already know that anyway, but still. Don't need the stairs. We're slowly emptying this inventory. It's taking time because there's just so many different things to put away, but I am doing so. So that's the main thing. We don't need the axes underground. Actually, tools. There was a chest devoted for tools, wasn't there? This. Tools and stuff. It's a great name. Stick them in there. Well, I'll keep the iron sword just in case we get into like some sort of monster fight underground. I mean, we are digging underground. It's very much true. And I don't know if I'm going to be encountering any caves or anything, but you never know. Arrows. I haven't even got a bow. Let's just stick them in the chest for now. Until I get a bow, I can keep those on me. I don't have a bow right now, so I just leave them in the chest. In the meantime, still trying to clear things down a little bit. Don't need all this food. I just don't. What shall I put away? The apples or the bread or what? The bread I can put into stacks, so I keep them. Can I actually? No, I can't stack bread, can I? I can't remember now. I think you can stack. I mean, like when I mean stacks, I mean with the wheat you can turn those into hay bales. I don't think you can turn bread into hay bales. So yeah, that's fine. Moving on. I'm just having a lapse of mind judgment or something there. What am I doing with this mutton? Am I going to be putting it away in the chest or what? Yeah. Okay, fine. Stick at the chest. We've got apples and pork. What? Cooked pork chops. We're keeping that. Iron sword. We're keeping. I'm going to get rid of the signs, because first of all, when you're filling up our inventory with items from underground, like all the dirt and things, we don't need the sign quite yet. We can probably get it later, but for now, put the sign away. How's this doing? That's 17 left, so we've wasted a good amount of time already just trying to empty this inventory. Yeah, anyways. So yeah, we'll keep all this with us. That can be stacking up with the rest of the dirt underground, and that will be stacking up with cobblestones. That's fine. I still kind of want to get rid of this iron ore, so I'm kind of waiting for this to finish. And do I need to make another stone shovel, or have I already got one? It would be good to have a second one, to be honest. If I don't already have one, it would be good to have a second. Why do I have this stone sword in here? Can I just get rid of the stone sword? I mean, iron sword is just so much better. How often am I going to use a stone sword now? Let's be honest. Very rarely. And you know, when I'm attacking enemies and things, I want to be attacking it with a good sword. So I'm going to delete this sword in my little recycle bin down the back here. So in there. I can't throw it away, there you go. Okay, so now that's cleared something else out of my inventory, although I didn't even have the stone sword in my inventory in the first place, I just got it from the chest, but I digress. Okay, the sand is now down to 10, so we're getting there, but still, it's not quite finished yet. Let's make, not a pickaxe, a shovel. Forgetting what I'm making these days. Anyway, let's go down here again. Has this finished, or are we going to still wait for 50 years until the sand finishes? There's only 7 pieces of sand. That's not that many. 7 pieces, and there was also 7 pieces of coal as well at the same time there for a second. Yeah, it's not taking that long. We're going to probably... It's probably going to finish soon, so that's the main thing. Once it's finished, then we can also stick the iron into the furnace, take the glass out of course, put that into the glass chest above. Not that it's actually a glass chest, but it is a chest that contains glass at the moment, so that probably makes some sort of sense. Anyway, 3 pieces of sand and 6 pieces of coal in the chest. Not that we needed to say that information, because you can obviously see that on my screen, but anyways, Two remaining, and it's just got this last one now. So once this piece of sand is finished, which is nearly done, we'll stick the iron into the chest, into the furnace, I mean. Okay, that's can go in there, and that's cleared out a space of inventory. So now we can get on. So we'll stick this glass in there, and we will go and start building underground by using our pickaxes. I'm going to stick that over there for a bit because I'm going to hardly use that. It's only for certain types of things. Alright, so let's get a shovel out as well. We kind of need that shovel there because we've got a lot of dirt to get through. So let's get rid of all this dirt first. Okay. So the main objective of this, right, this underground thing we're trying to make, is just simply trying to make something that looks good. I'm not entirely sure what, if we're going to have any sort of bedroom down here, like an underground bedroom or underground something. Maybe like an underground swimming pool. Wouldn't that be cool? Also, have we just dug in ourselves into this other part of my house? Yes, I think we have. This is the old place I had my bed, wasn't it? I think it was. Also, what level is that on? Is that on the level that we need to be on? Have I worked out my maths correctly? That's 2 spaces below. Why is this 2 spaces underground? Anyway, we're going to have to sort that one out, aren't we? There's something obviously a bit strange with this. I need to find out why this whole place is 2 spaces underground when it should be just 1. I know what I'm trying to say. Even if you probably don't know what I'm talking about. But anyways, I'm going to just measure out some corners. It's something I always do when I'm trying to build these sort of things. So I was probably building underground down here. So the corner that needs to be is there. Is there a way into here? Currently there isn't. I probably need to make a door or something. There is like no way into there. I'm going to have to just dig a door in here for now. And then I can just get in briefly. Because all I need to do, right, just get in here and put down a measurement. So this is what I call a measurement, okay? So I go right in the corner, get rid of that block there. So then when I dig all the way across here, I can see there's light above here, you know, the light will come through down there. And I can tell that that is the end of the digging that I need to do. So I would just put that in for now. Like I say, I need to find out what I'm going to do for a door. I mean, technically what I could do is build a tunnel underneath, right? And have a ladder going up in there. Wouldn't that be funny? Yeah, that'd be kind of interesting. Anyway, let's continue with this. Right, so obviously we're going to get rid of this coal. Not coal. What is this? This is stone. Okay, so we're going to get rid of all this stone down here. Yeah, so we're just going to try and build an underground basement of some sort. Like, not entirely sure what we're going to have down here. I did briefly think of a swimming pool, because that'd be pretty cool. But I'm going to have to find a lot of water for that. And I'm not entirely sure how you heat it. I mean, whether it's going to be a heated swimming pool or not, it's just going to be a body of water down here. Anyway. Let's just continue going this way. So, in a few moments, we'll probably encounter a gap above that would tell us that that is the end. That was reasonably fast, actually. I was expecting to go on for a little bit longer than that. But that is basically how far we're digging out to. I'll tell you one thing, though. Once we've finished getting rid of all this dirt and stone and everything down here, you're going to realise how big this underground is going to be. I always do. When I build things underground out onto a house or something, I actually start to realise how much of a space I have underneath a house. It's quite strange, actually. Oh, my world is just saving and glitching out for just a second. Obviously likes to do that down again. Probably just saving chunks, I imagine. Anyway. Yeah, it is obviously quite surprising how much space you are going to get underneath your premises that you have built on your world, because it just goes to show obviously the incredibility of Minecraft and how things you know, you might not expect your house to be so large or whatever. But anyways, let's not talk about that. Let's just obviously continue digging. We also need to place down a few torches at some point because in this corner it's just getting a little bit of the dark side of the force. So we might need to put down a torch or so just to make it look a bit nicer down here. Because it is great being in the dark, but at the same time it isn't. I've got torches in this corner so I can just use those. Okay, not entirely sure if anyone heard that, but it was just like some random noises on the world again, so it's like some cave noises. Apparently Minecraft thinks I'm in a cave, which is technically true, but it's like a man-made cave because I'm actually making this cave underneath the house. Anyway, I'm just going to keep using these pickaxes. Might like to make a new one at some point, because I always like to have 3 stone pickaxes. You're probably thinking yourself, why do I like using stone pickaxes? Why do I not often... I don't often make iron pickaxes or diamond pickaxes that much. It's just basically the saving resources, I guess. Also, stone is incredibly abundant to even find in the world. So I just prefer to make stone pickaxes, and they're still pretty fast. They're not as slow as you might expect, you know, they're not like waiting a week until you can get rid of a block or something. I mean, sure, you know, you're going to have to use iron or diamond to get iron or diamond out. Wait, is that true? No, you need at least an iron pickaxe to get gold and diamond, I think? Yeah, that's right, just trying to think about things. Also, why am I using this? I should be using my shovel. Anyway, don't worry, I'm using a shovel now. Yeah, exactly, so... And yeah, obviously, you know, when you use the right tool for the right thing, it is slightly faster like it was here. But it is reasonably fast just to dig all this. It doesn't take a huge amount of time. It's quite fast, reasonably. I mean, that was pretty quick just to get rid of those blocks there. I mean, obviously, in the grand scheme of things, it can be quite good to use an iron pickaxe, but I don't often make that many. Iron is obviously quite useful in machinery or whatever to make machines of different types and stuff, especially in modded Minecraft worlds, which I sometimes play on modded servers or whatever. It is quite useful to have iron in different machines. For example, if you're using Industrial Craft 2, which is a mod that exists in the Minecraft modded community, iron is obviously abundantly used in machines, so it is obviously useful not to spend too much iron on making tools that much. That's just my personal opinion. I'm sure everybody has their own personal opinions about what they use to make their tools with, but I personally don't often use iron that much to make my tools, because they'll be much more useful towards making machines. I mean, obviously in the vanilla Minecraft world, you're not going to have that many machines. So, I mean, obviously there is a number of machines you can make, but not as many as there are in modded worlds, so... Exactly. So don't need... It's like, obviously, not so much of a necessity to keep your iron for machines, because there's not that many machines to make in vanilla, so whatever. But still, I just kind of have a habit now of just making stone pickaxes, because I just have a habit of doing so because of modded Minecraft worlds. It's just simply that, I guess. But anyways, are these cauldrons here? I think they are. I don't know why I've got these cauldrons here. Didn't I have I had a leftover cauldron, didn't I? That could be used for the sink upstairs. That would be really good. Also, this flooring. I'm going to sort this flooring out. Also, we're also digging into the, you know, stuff I've made down there. And at some point we're going to encounter that lava, so I'm going to have to move the lava out the way with a bucket. So that's going to be interesting once I reach that. Haven't quite got there yet, but, you know, soon we're going to be reaching that lava and people will be questioning what I'm going to be doing. Another thing, that room over there where I've got the chests, the food chest and everything, is underneath the staircase. I didn't even realise that until I even looked at it. I mean, it is. I mean, when I was obviously digging down there, I hadn't got a clue that I was digging underneath the staircase. That is just really, really interesting, just seeing that now firsthand, that I was actually digging underneath the staircase there. But anyways, moving on, we're just going to get rid of some of this dirt, as we have been doing for a number of minutes already, but I have run out of shovels. Isn't that good? No, it isn't. Let's make a shovel. I'm going to go upstairs and go to the crafting bench, because that's usually where you have to go make shovels, and we can do so just like doing that. Let's make 2. I'm going to be running out of sticks by doing that. But it's fine, because I think I've kept my wood, I think. Or have I not got any wood on me? Yes, I got wood. Okay, fine. So I'm going to make a number of sticks. Let's just do 6 and make 24 sticks. Okay, good. Right, so that can go back in there, that can go down there, that can go there. Let's continue digging out all the dirt with shovels right now. And slowly we're going to be turning this basement into a basement. Wouldn't that be cool? And it's getting dark in the corners again. Isn't that cool? No, it isn't. Okay, so let's sort out the torches, shall we? I could have one there, maybe? Maybe one there? There isn't really a middle section. Look at all this diorite. I can collect all this diorite using the shovel, can't I? Yes, I mean, not a shovel. You can't collect diorite with a shovel. I mean, that'd be great if you could, but you can't, so I'll have to use my pickaxe instead. But this whole vein of diorite, I'd probably have to dig up, right, and then turn it into polished diorite, because at least it would look a bit nicer. I could put it along the walls, and no one will be the wiser. And people will look at that and say, "Oh, you've got quartz." And then if they look a bit closer, they realise it's just polished diorite. But, you know, it just gives that little the element of grandeur to my premises that I have here. Not that I actually need to have any element of grandeur, because not that many people can actually visit this place. I mean, only villagers can, but, you know, they're not going to walk up to your house and say, "Oh my gosh, you have quartz on your wall," because I don't think they would actually notice the difference anyway. Well, whatever. And also, like, you know, they obviously just stick to villages most of the time, so they're not really going to be walking out this way to see me. I mean, that would be incredible if we had, like, a villager walk by and say, "Oh my gosh, you got a house here." Because it's just not going to happen. They're not going to have villagers down there. It's a bit secluded, this place, I think. It's not really that many routes here and there from different places, different directions, so hard to get from one place to another. But anyways, let's just get rid of this diorite just by digging it up, and then we'll realise we've made a massive hole, because it's usually what happens. We've now made a hole of just... yeah, okay. Let me just fill that in with some cobblestone, presumably, at least for the bottom layers. And then we can obviously fill the top layer with polished diorite, because that's basically the flooring layer. The flooring layer! Makes sense, I guess. Whatever. Okay. Yeah, so we're just going to fill this with some cobblestone. Might need to get some more cobblestone, because I don't know if I'm going to have enough. I only had like 30 odd, didn't I? I can't remember what I started with now. But anyways, that I think is good enough, and I've got 19 left. Let's make some polished diorite. So to do so, you just simply put it in the crafting bench like that. It's a nice and easy recipe. Only needs 2x2. And that is all you need, really. You just fill it in like this. 11 like that. Makes 44 polished diorite. So now if I just simply place this down on the floor, it doesn't look too bad. I mean, you know, maybe with like a resource pack, it might look quite nice. But at the moment, it's alright. It does the job. We have a nice flooring here of polished diorite, and guess what? We're nearly out of it. And it'd probably look a little bit nicer than using cobblestone, because cobblestone doesn't look all that nice. I'm just going to place this down like that. Okay, fine. Let's do that a bit nicer, because I've got this little gap here that I haven't quite filled in properly. Let's just do that. I'll have to fill in the rest later. Anyway, next thing is we're going to keep going with this dirt, so we'll do that like that. Another thing is these signs are going to be interesting. Got this sign saying tools and stuff here. Yeah, we're going to obviously take up that piece of cobblestone in a bit, aren't we? Let's just leave that for now. We'll come back to that monstrosity in a bit. Especially that and the rest of all the other stuff I got going on the back there. All the machines and things I've got in the kitchen. I'll just sort out what I'm going to do with all those. But for now, we'll just simply get rid of some of these walls here. And then we can think about what I'm going to do about all these things. cross that bridge when we come to it, I guess. So, it's getting kind of dark in this corner. So, let's get some torches down. I'm just going to fill in that piece of dirt there. Where are the doors? Sorry, where are the torch placings going to be? That is obviously very bad grammar. Something like that, maybe. I mean, maybe I can do something like that, maybe. There you go. Does that look nicer? Yeah, not too bad, I guess. Could have been a lot worse. Let's just leave it like that, I guess, for now. Get rid of all that. And we're going to obviously get rid of this wall here. Destroy the torches in the process, because that's the sort of thing I'm going to do now. Get rid of all these torches here. I'm just going to be making this basement into something that is a bit more user-friendly instead of all these just tiny rooms everywhere. So, yeah. Because at the moment it just looks a bit weird, having all these rooms everywhere and not enough space to run around, I guess. Let's get all this pieces of dirt and everything. There you go. Get rid of the stuff underneath the stairs. Like so. Can you make polished diorite stairs? I mean, if you can, I can't remember the recipe to it. I mean, this is presumably be exactly the same as making wooden, plank stairs or whatever. But I don't know if that is even a recipe to begin with. So for now, I'm not going to bother questioning that one. I'm going to get this dirt instead. Okay. Let's keep going with this. That was the ladder that took us up to the next floor. Okay, I just heard another scary noise apparently. It's weird what you get as well. I'm sure that's just like the person who made that as a recording probably just blew into like a bottle or something, and that's all he did. He just made it in Audacity and just made it all like really deep or something. Also, this thing here, which I got the chest and the piece of lava, this bit here for the recycle bin, this whole section, right? I think that section over there is behind the house. If I go up here, right, this is where the house is. Okay, so the end, this is where the walls are for my house, and presumably the bit out there is underground. So that's literally outside my house, the premises of the house, whatever. So this can't be here. We can't have this here because it's outside the house, outside the realms of existence or whatever. So we're gonna have to move all this. Well, we're obviously gonna move this anyway, but still, maybe I could, because we're gonna have like half and half, or well, half of this and half of the new section. Maybe I could start making at least an outline of where the walls are gonna be. I mean, you already know, right? There's gonna be a door here. That's pretty obvious. This is gonna be the doorway. Through here, we're going to have, obviously, polished diorite walls. We already said that several times. That's obviously going to have a wall all the way down there for a while. Just go with that for a bit. So this die chest is not that difficult to get rid of. I just need to take the dice out of the chest, like so, and stick it in my inventory. That is not die, that's an oak sapling, but why is it in the die chest? Let's not question it. Let's just take this die chest up from here and put it in the corner, and that as well. This is a sign for it. So stick the chest down, stick all the dies in it, and then we're good to go. I think, maybe, who knows? Okay, can we put this in a different chest? The oak sapling there. I think we could. That's a good idea. Put the sign down there for now. This is the die chest, at least for now. Let's put the oak sapling in that other chest where we had saplings, which was it the tools and stuff? Why am I going up the stairs and then down the ladder to get to that chest when it was right here and I was standing here-ish or something, and I was like, it was here! It was right there! Oh my word. I went up the stairs, across the floor, and down the ladder. But it was like right here. Oh my gosh, I'm forgetting what I'm doing these days. Anyway, I suppose it was because I literally just made this, and I haven't got my head around that I just made it. So let's move some of these other chests out of the way. Right, so the food chest. It's going to be a bit difficult to move because there's a lot of food in this chest. And I do mean a lot of food. Let's sort out this wheat. I mean, we've got so much wheat we can make more hay bales with them. So let's do that. Let's go to the crafting bench, make some hay bales, and we can stick them into that chest for now. And then move everything out. Why are we putting it back in to take it out? I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, just at least try and make a few of these hay bales, at least for now, because the amount of wheat I have is just ridiculous. I mean, and I'm hardly eating any of them, any of the wheat or anything. I'm not eating any food. Maybe I should increase the difficulty. Isn't it set to normal at the moment? Maybe I should set it to hard. Because I'm just not eating that much food these days. Anyway. I mean, my you know, hunger bar is going down. My difficulty is set to normal. But it's just, I'm not hardly eating anything. It's a bit worrying. 20 hay bales. And I literally, did I use all of the wheat? I must have done, because I can't see anything else in my inventory, so I must have used all of that wheat. It's a shame I can't do much else with these red mushrooms and pumpkins. Pumpkins are already... No, they're not similar to hay bales. You can't have a bunch of stacked pumpkins together. Just trying to think what else I can stack in here. Not a lot. Not a lot. I think most of the stuff is pretty standard. I can't stack it. I just have to leave it as is. In the meantime, we should start moving it out of the actual chest and into my inventory so I can move it to the next area. In order to do that, I need to clear my inventory out. So I'm going to put all the other stuff in here. At least for now. And again, we're going to have to move all these chests around, like I've said many times before. I got the 64 diorite. Let's turn the 64 diorite into diorite. I didn't realise I already had a pile of diorite in my inventory. I think that's probably what I got from the pile of diorite that I found on the floor, wasn't it? I didn't take into consideration that I actually had another pile in here. Anyway, turn this into polished diorite, like so. 64. Okay. We can obviously dig up the floor by doing so. And then we can obviously put down that block underneath the chest as well, so do that as well. Put down a block of polished diorite here. Then it would look a lot nicer. Just like so. And then I'll slowly change all this floor here into polished diorite as well. Just different parts of the floor, selectively finding different spaces just to stick down diorite apparently, because apparently this whole area was a bit weird to begin with, so we're having to place it down in very selective places. I got 48 of it, so I should be able to do most of this section actually, and that'd be pretty good once I've done most of the section. Yeah. And then, once I've done this diorite, then I'll obviously continue with the rest of the basement. I mean, to be honest, because of the amount of stuff I've got to do in this basement, it might even take up another episode. I don't know how much I've spent already in this episode so far, but potentially quite a number of minutes, presumably, I've already spent just digging up parts of the floor and sorting out that sand in that chest for a while and things like that. So I've probably already spent like a number of minutes just doing all this. It's probably most likely I'm going to have to make another episode just to finish off with the building of the flooring or whatever I need to do around here. You know, it's not going to be one thing. It's going to be several things just to get this basement done. It can't be done in one night. So I will just have to continue with what I'm doing right now. Let's get rid of all these floorboards up here. And then my axe is going to break, and then I'm going to run out of axes completely. Pickaxes, I mean, not axes. Can I even jump up there? No, I can't. Let's place down some polished diorite instead then. I probably got enough to just do the whole section there. But yeah, it looks like I just didn't have any pickaxes left. So I'm going to have to build some others. And I thought I already built some, but apparently I didn't, so... Just going to do this. Fill this in with some polished diorite, and then we can climb the stairs. Because apparently we just locked ourselves down here and didn't even take into consideration we ran out of diorite. Okay, tell you what, we need to fill that in, don't we? Otherwise we're just going to keep getting annoyed about that. Let's get rid of the stuff underneath the actual... Yeah, I'm going to use that iron pickaxe for now. Get rid of those 3 pieces. We can come back to filling that in afterwards. Just fill that in there. Now we can climb the stairs. And now we can build those shovels? No, pickaxes. Okay. So how many pickaxes should we make? I mean, considering the amount of work we're going to do down here, I think it might be good to make 4. 4 stone pickaxes, you say? Isn't that quite about, you know, enough? A lot of pickaxes or whatever. I'm forgetting what I'm saying halfway through saying it. No, I don't think it's going to be too much. Or is it? I'm considering, I thought I was going to have to dig all the way through there, right? The only thing I need to dig now, well, I suppose I still need to do a lot of digging, because I need to get rid of all the walls. And then once I got rid of all the walls, I still need to get the floor and stuff up as well. So there's still that amount of digging to do, but not as much as I thought before. I thought I had to go through all there as well. But no, that's behind the premises, not in front of it or whatever. So let's obviously continue what I am doing here by getting rid of all of this stone, forgetting what it's called apparently, and we will obviously continue making this basement. But I think what I will do, right, obviously because this episode might be dragging on a bit by this point, I really don't know how long I've spent on this episode so far. I never really do until I've actually finished recording, because I play Minecraft in full screen mode, and currently I don't actually have 2 monitors. I mean, that's kind of sad to say that, because in this day and age, if you're a gamer, you're going to have 2 monitors or something, right? Yeah, unfortunately, I don't actually have the room for 2 monitors in the room I'm currently sleeping in, or staying in, or whatever. So I don't have 2 monitors. It's kind of annoying, and it's a bit of a... You know, I did have 2 monitors back in my previous house that I lived at, but now I don't have 2 monitors, and it's really sad. And it's a bit like a downgrade, effectively, isn't it? What am I looking for? I think I was looking for diorite, and I realised I didn't have... Okay. This is, I'm like, I don't know why, but I just automatically started thinking, oh, I need some diorite, and then realised I didn't even have any. Okay, yeah, I'm still looking for diorite, but I don't have any, so I'm just gonna leave it like this, and come back to it at some point later. For now, let's sort this out. We're gonna move this chest around, and then maybe, yeah, once we move these chests over here, then we'll probably say that that's probably it, because for this episode, I mean, because I don't know how long this episode's been, and I'm worried that it's probably getting on to at least... Well, I don't know. I don't know how long it's been, so I can't really guess the number. So, anyway, food chest. This is the next thing. Let's move the cobblestone out of the way. It currently needs to go in here, doesn't it? Yes, it does. So fill that in there. Really? You're going to start blowing bottles again? That's what I thought it sounded like the first time around. I said to myself, the person who recorded that probably sounded like it was blowing through a bottle or something. Okay. Yeah, what we're doing right now is I'm just trying to find some spaces to put all these pickaxes down here. Because I've got a lot of pickaxes and not enough space. Well, as we're doing food, those 2 items are food, so should we just get rid of this dirt and oak planks for now? Still need to find a space for half of the other stuff. Just thinking what I can do. Yeah, if I just get rid of these 3 items, right? Okay. Tools and stuff. I'll stick... okay, tell you what I'll do. Tell you what I do. I stick the oak planks away here in there. Yeah, I don't already have a stack of planks, so I'm just gonna create a new stack apparently. And I will go down here and stick this cobblestone and that dirt into that chest. Then I will put those... Okay. I don't have enough spaces still. I get rid of the torches. I'll place a few down there first before I get rid of them. Just stick a few of these torches. Not that I actually need to, but you never know. It might be an idea to stick a few torches down just to make it look slightly nicer. Then I get rid of the torches, and then we should have enough for like my entire inventory to be filled up with stuff for these different chests. So yeah, let's get started. So all I need to do is start moving these chests around. Food chest is one of them, so let's obviously put all this stuff into my inventory right now, like so. And we're gonna have to dig up the chest. And then if I stick into the corner over here, and this will be the food chest, so I stick everything in there. Obviously not the iron sword, because that is not food. I will take this food chest sign and stick it above the food chest now that we've moved, and put it on the wall, and type in food chest. There you go. Okay. Nearly done. How many chests have we got left? Not a huge amount, actually. We've got one for that one there. Two. Just two? Yeah, I think just two. We've obviously got the furnace as well, but that's reasonably easy. This is finished, surprisingly. Didn't think it was going to take that long, did you? Also, why have I got this random torch on me? Can I just stick it down somewhere? Anywhere? Anywhere that needed like a random torch anywhere? No? Okay, fine. I'll just put it on that pile of torches that I had in the chest. Not sure where I got this torch from, but whatever. Stick it in there. Okay, so now we're sort of finishing things off. The coal I'll stick in here. Okay. The iron I'll also stick in there. Good thing I had both of them at the same place. That's good. I will just simply move these last few chests out the way. Okay, which is this one here. We've got some items and swords and things into it. Like so. So this is the tools and stuff chest, okay. So I take that chest up, and we stick it over here. I'm actually going to change the name of this chest to be Tools and Garden. The reason why I'm putting Tools and Garden is because it is to do with garden stuff. Get that. Get rid of the dirt. Let's take all this. Obviously the sign. There we go. So now we can stick that chest. I think for now I'll just stick it there. I mean, I don't exactly know where I'm going to put all this stuff, but for now I'll just stick it down here. I need to put down a sign, and I will just stick all this stuff in here. Alright, there you go. So now I've got a nice area of some chests in it, so that's good. Next I will get this area filled up. I need to get a bucket for that as well. Okay, so then next we're going to obviously get these cauldrons. Get this with the iron pickaxe. Get that with the iron pickaxe, and that with the iron pickaxe, and that with the iron pickaxe. Not that we need all that stuff with the iron pickaxe. I always stick all this stuff down, I think, anywhere. Really, doesn't particularly matter where, as long as they're on the floor. I could probably stick most things on top of each other, like that. That's a good idea. Can I put cauldrons on top of each other? Yes, I can. Oh my word! There you go. That's the kitchen. Not that we actually used most of the stuff in the kitchen anyway, but it's funny nonetheless. Okay, still got this polished diorite, so let's stick it somewhere. Down there in the corner. Okay. Next, we'll fill this in. Yeah, it's quite dark in here now, so I need to somehow sort out my inventory by putting things correct again, like those pickaxes there. Shovels can go there. Pickaxe there, that's fine for now. That's probably fine. Bucket I'll keep for now, doesn't really matter. Okay, let's obviously get rid of this. This ladder, I'm going to completely close up. Not going to have this ladder here. What do I need to get? Some stone to fill in that area. Apparently I don't know which chest is which, even though there's a sign above. Anyway, okay, so we're going to get like a good amount of cobblestone. Probably good, I don't know. We'll find out, I guess. So we're just going to fill in this area down there. So we've got one there. This whole area here we're just going to fill in. Just like that, basically. Apparently we've run out of cobblestone already. It's quite surprising, really. Give that torch. And then hopefully that's the last torch. No, it isn't. Okay, fine. Now that's the last torch, let's just fill this in with some cobblestone. Doesn't really matter what, but as long as it's filled in, that's the main thing. And then that area we fill in with cobblestone for now. The next thing I need to do is actually start putting some walls up. And obviously get some more diorite and things. So then this whole area looks more like a basement instead of just an area of just dumping down a few chests in the corner and placing that down as a kitchen. Yeah, we just need to finish things off mainly. So obviously get some walls going. Put all the diorite down. Also get rid of the old wall as well. Haven't even done that yet, so we're going to do that. But we'll probably do that in the next episode, I think. So, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you. Bye.